Alrighty, guys, week 9. Oh my gosh. So fun, so fun. So thank you for hopping in. We're super, super excited to hear Renee just light up the call, going through the comp plan, going through probably the things that a lot of you aren't familiar with details of the comp plan and just what's available in the back office for you. But we for sure just wanted to give a lot of you a huge shout out because I know last Monday we celebrated that massive week and just coming off of that. But today you felt it. Today your ISA Pulse lets you know, your ISA wallet for sure let you know. And it was really fun to see all of the rank advancements like pop up that were official. And I know some of you got leadership pool money, rank advancement bonuses, highest cycle weeks, and just really find some extra gratitude today of, what that's about, what you're able to do with that. And I also would make some massive, massive power posts tonight or tomorrow. Make sure you're compliant. If you guys have any questions about how to use the income disclaimer, reach out to us. But absolutely, share with the world what this has done. What that week has literally done for you, your family, how much freedom you have in the process. And I just think, like Erin always tells us, that we have two goals. And one is to focus on contribution. And the other is to honor what Jim and Kathy have asked us to do. So let's get some fun posts out there. Let the world know what's at their fingertips. And I'm going to turn it over to Renee, who's our newest 6-star Golden Circle, and just pours into others. And you are on fire, girl. Your social media, I'm obsessed with right now, and your energy. And I just am excited to learn from you tonight. So it's all you, mamas. But you're muted.
Okay, there we go. So guys, I love talking about compensation. Listen, the reality is we know these products work. They're absolutely amazing. But the other reality is most people have no idea how unbelievably amazing our compensation plan is. And for just a hot second before I dive in, because I have so much to share with you I'm going to show you guys some slides that break down the compensation plan, really simplify it for you. So hopefully you can go back and watch this and really start to practice it yourself so that you can become extremely comfortable explaining this to other people. And that's really all about what Fast Track is, right? You want to not only be able to help people get healthy by putting these products in their body, but you want to show them how to get them paid for and how to make money in their first 60 days. Because that's going to be what's going to keep these people around, and that's what duplicates, and that's what ultimately builds really, really strong business centers here in Isagenix. But before I get into that, I want to tell you all, I know when I spoke probably 6 weeks ago, I shared with you all my background, but I'm going to reiterate. My background was in sales management and training, and I've studied compensation plans my entire career. So majority of my career been more commissioned than I have been salaried. And so I always look at them from a different perspective. And Herb Cepeda will always say that, I'm one of the very few people in his downline that really gets the compensation plan because I'm so passionate about it. So I want to be able to share with you all what I see in this. What I see in this is an opportunity where you're never going to hit a glass ceiling. Okay. In all of my corporate jobs, I always hit a glass ceiling. That's why I got out. Because I was, no offense, I was female and I was very successful and I was very driven and I hustled. And what happened is I ultimately couldn't make any more money than I was making and or that my management was making. So when I looked at our compensation plan, I'm like, wow, no caps, no limitations, nothing geographical. World is your oyster wherever we do business. I also loved that, we're a debt-free company, a legacy company, a private company. We don't have levels, okay? So a lot of people say, well, this is multi-level marketing. I'm going to challenge you to switch your mindset on that, in that we are really, truly network marketing, referral marketing, because all we're doing is we're growing and we're building our networks and we're lifting them up and supporting them to help them do the same. We don't have restrictions on how many, we call them levels, I call them generations, deep our business goes. Most other comp plans you're going to find, they're going to go, they're going to make 5% at their first level, 4%, 3%, 2%, 1%, nothing. So if that person's in your 5, 6, 7, 8 generations, or PET, it's a word that we use in Isagenix. So if you're not familiar with the word PET, that's what that means. It means, if I enrolled Deanna and Deanna enrolled Lauren and Lauren enrolled Rachel and Rachel enrolled Aaron, that's your 4 PET, okay? I just want to make sure I got it right. And so, in Isagenix, it's limitless, right? All of that volume for all of those orders is exactly the same amount, whether they're in your 20 PET or they're in your 1 PET. In most other companies, you only get a percentage of that volume. That is a huge differentiator. Not to mention, in a lot of other companies, and to be honest, most in the industry, they have models where if somebody surpasses you, maybe their rank or their income, then they break away from you, okay? And then you only make a very, very small percentage of them. Here in Isagenix, they remain, they stay, they don't go anywhere, and you benefit massively, okay? Massively. I will tell you, one of the greatest gifts in my entire business center is that somebody I personally introduced to Isagenix, her name is Amanda Ham. Many of you who are on the call potentially are on her team or were enrolled by her or coached or supported in her community. And Amanda hit 6-star before me. So one thing we're going to talk about today is, having people that you've personally introduced to Isagenix, and when you hit executive, which is our highest leadership level, you get a percentage of their earnings. And let me tell you, that money every single week, I thank her. Okay, I thank her. And so that's the beauty of this. I will never lose that. In other compensation plans, it breaks right off. Okay, other compensation plans, let's say somebody is in your 6 PET, okay, 6 generations from you. Well, guess what? So sad, too bad. You don't make any money off that person. Because in that compensation plan, that's not how it was designed. So guess what happens? People start to get a little cutthroat and start kicking people out between them and them to get them so that they can bump up and roll up underneath them. Can you see how broken that is? That's all multi-level marketing, okay? It's all about the levels. It's all about the generations. And we don't have any of that in Isagenix. It is unlimited depth. It doesn't reset every single week or month like in so many other companies. Listen, I worked in sales. I did the end of month grind. How many of you are in sales? Comment in the chat. Let us know. You know what I'm talking about. What is end of month, end of quarter, end of year, whatever it is, it sucks. Nobody likes it. And the reason why it sucks is because when you wake up the next morning, you start all over again at a big fat 0. So all that hard work you did doesn't roll over. And guess what? It's the same in so many other companies that we know of, that other people are a part of. And one of my dear friends, mentors, Jessica, was sharing with me today something that she was talking with other people about. And she said, they cross-prospect her. So you probably have people that come to you all the time and they're like, oh, I want you to check out my company. Okay, so the first thing you're going to ask them is, all right, can you show me how to make 6 figures? Because most people that will come to you and ask you that, they're not going to be able to show you how to do that because they don't understand their compensation plan. So my goal tonight is to be able to show you just enough so that if somebody comes to you and asks you that, or you're proactively sharing this with them, you can show someone confidently how they can go ahead and make 6 figures with their compensation plan. Well, first and foremost, let's talk about how to make 5K in 5 weeks. I mean, most of those people would be dying to make 5K in 5 weeks. They're probably barely making $100 a week, if even that, maybe $100 a month. And that's a reality. Most of you probably don't realize, but people in other companies don't make money. Isagenix is an anomaly. It's why you're here. It's why this compensation plan that Jim and Kathy have put together in this company are such a blessing, because people actually make money here. Now listen, a lot of people make a lot of money here. So you're probably thinking, oh, your $500 a month isn't a lot. But what I'm here to tell you is $500 in any other company is a lot. These people are not making money, but you will be, because you're going to show them how. All right, so first and foremost, we're going to break it down. We're going to go all the way to the basics of mastering the comp plan. I'm going to show you guys some slides just to give you a very, very basic, simple overview that I like to share with people. So stand by for 1 second as I share my screen, and I'm going to pull them up real quick. And before I do that, you all know we're all here. This is my cute little income disclosure. La, la, la. All right. So yes, we all know, as Lauren mentioned, if you are ever going to post about income or dollars amount on Facebook, to protect the integrity, to protect our company as a whole, to protect your business and in the Isagenix business. Please make sure that you use an income disclaimer in your social media posts, or you also reference isagenixearnings.com, because we want to make sure that we are very transparent and we are very clear that these people are working hard and these results are not typical, okay, because that's required. All right. So, okay, hold on, stand by for 1 second. I should make sure I have everything here. Okay, so really the purpose of this whole thing is to show you that no matter what your background is, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, a professor, a corporate banker, a medical professional, I don't care what you are, or maybe you're a trading sales manager with zero network marketing experience, just like me, that you can make money here. You can achieve success in network marketing. When this was explained to me, I was completely blown away. And then I shifted and became intentional and started sharing immediately. As you know, that we've created, I think as of yesterday, it was 240, I want to say 3 millionaires, it might be 41. But the reality is that there are more millionaires in this company than most any other company, and for sure none that have been around for only 15 years. That's huge. Not to mention, we have hundreds of individuals in our start generation, 18 to 35, that have made over 6 figures. That's massive in of itself. And I know we've got several on tonight. Lauren is one. I myself am one. So it's, it's really exciting to see the younger generations really start to grasp that this is an opportunity for financial freedom. Okay. So here we go. Bottom line. All right. Isagenix wants you to get paid. So once someone converts, and make sure this is key, because now that we have customers first, that they convert from a preferred customer to an associate by completing the information requested in the back office. So it's a purple pretty little button. They have to click it, enter in their information, watch the video all the way to the end, and then they become an associate. And what this does is it unlocks the opportunity for residual income and the bonuses. So as many of you know, and here on the screen I'm showing you, you are paid daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly. Shout out if you've been paid daily, right? Woo! Daily. Awesome. I love it. So when you get paid daily, just for those of you who are wondering how the heck do you get paid daily, you need to get someone started on one of our premium packs, value packs, or the ultimate business builder packs. Okay. Those pay daily. So we'll go into a little bit more about what those pay, but just know those packs are what's going to pay you daily. Weekly is going to be your residual. It's going to be your PIBs or double PIBs for some of the other packs. And then monthly, okay, our pools. Monthly are going to be our pools. Quarterly, another bonus that's going to be coming out quarterly. So there's lots of ways to get paid. And you just want to make sure that you're taking advantage of all the upfront money as you're working towards your long-term residual income. All right, so your upfront money is what I'm going to talk about next. And that comes in the form of product introductory bonuses, rank advancement bonuses, new consultant bonuses, and your team builders club, okay? So if you're wondering what the team builders club is, anytime you help 5 people get started, you are going to get an awesome coupon in your back office. If you have enrolled 5 people already and you have no idea what the heck I'm talking about, you need to go into your back office and take a look. It's going to be under orders, and there's a little coupon section, and you're going to have a code to go ahead and claim those free vitamins, the Complete Essentials of Isagenesis, $135 value. You want to make sure that you also are recognizing people on your team that are achieving this. This is huge. This is absolutely huge. $135 value is tremendous. And it also means that they're growing their Isagenix business. 5 people is no joke. So make sure that you shout it out if you yourself have done it, and or if someone on your team has done that, okay? And these are going to be just, I'm including abbreviations in here so that this way you guys know exactly what they are if you're not already familiar with them, because I don't want to be speaking in code. Okay, product introductory bonuses. So I mentioned that just a few minutes ago, and when you help someone get started on one of our systems, or we call packs, you're going to get what I call a spiff. This is my corporate world, but we are going to give a product introductory bonus. All right. And here's some examples. The Ultimate Pack is going to have a $150 bonus. The 30-day value pack, $80. 30-day premium is a $50. 30-day basic is $25. Now, when you enroll more than one person on a qualifying pack in a commission week, Monday to Sunday at 11:59 Eastern Standard Time, PM that is, those are going to double. And I'm going to show you some examples of what that actually looks like. Most of you probably are already familiar with this, but I want you to get even more comfortable and familiar explaining this to other people, because that is ultimately how you're going to grow and how they're going to grow once they catch this vision and they actually understand it. So these are the tracks to run on. So this is your rank advancement bonuses. You got your associate. That's when you're going to transition from a preferred customer to a consultant. To an associate. Then when you hit consultant, you're going to get a $50 bonus. This is not time bound at all. It's whether it's your first day or your 500th day, you are eligible for the $50 consultant bonus. And just so you guys know, I don't have the chat open right now while I'm doing this. So once I go through all this, if anyone has questions, please put them in the chat and I will go back and I will address them at the end, because I'm sure lots of questions are going to come up. Comp is where I get the most questions. So I want to make sure that if I know the answer, I'm going to be able to share it with you. Okay. Manager is going to be your next one. So manager, we're going to talk about what that looks like in a minute, but the rank advancement bonus is a $250 bonus. And that is something that you can receive if you hit manager within 60 days of converting to an associate. So once you go from preferred customer to associate, it starts your clock, okay, for these rank advancement bonuses. When you do that in your first 60 days, it's called Crystal Manager. So you're going to get that $250 bonus, and it's awesome. Next is Director, and that's within your first 120 days, and you're going to get $750 bonus, all right? And then we got Executive, okay? And Executive is $1,000 bonus, okay? So just so you know, the Manager, Director, and Executive are going to be your time-bound bonuses, so you want to make sure you knock them out in the times that we have listed here. All right, so here we go. I'm going to kind of run through this with you all so you can see it, because seeing it is everything. So Isagenix has created a simple system that's going to allow you to get your products paid for and help you earn $820 right away. All right. This is using the script that is in isagenixbusiness.com under tools and under PDFs. You want to go ahead and grab this script. I know David Wood talks about at all of his UIAs memorizing this script, or at least becoming so versed in it that you can do it without reading or flinching or stalling. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be sharing with you is my version of this script. Okay, it's called You Share, They Share, and it's as simple as sharing the Isagenix system with 2 people, and then they're going to share it with 2 more people. So it all starts with you. There you are. See you, pretty you. Chances are you know 2 people that want to lose weight, feel healthier, have more energy, age more youthfully, and make extra money. So let's say their names are Joe and Sarah. When you get Joe started with a 30-day value pack, all right, there's Joe, okay? And let's see who else. We're gonna go ahead and get $80 for Joe. See how we just popped up? Then you're gonna go ahead and get Sarah started also with a value pack. So it's gonna be another $80, all right? And then because it was in the same week, it's going to double. So you're going to get 160 for Joe and you're going to get 160 for Sarah. Cha-ching. Hey, hey, look at that. Now you've made $320. So we use the example of the value pack because most people we work with get started on that, has the greatest value and the highest success rate. So if you're not sharing the value pack, start today. Don't prejudge someone. Just because you don't think they can afford it doesn't mean they can't afford it or they won't do it. So you got to make sure that you're always leading with the value pack. All right. Always, always, always. Okay. So this is called You Share, They Share. And you're going to be sharing with 2 people and then you're going to become a consultant and you're going to get $50. Hey, hey. And so now you've earned a total of $370. So the next step is we want to go ahead and show Joe and Sarah how to also become consultants so that they can get their products paid for just like you. All right, so when you show Joe how to do this, he's going to go out and share Isagenix with a couple of friends. Boom, boom, there they are. Okay, and you're going to go ahead and get a $100 bonus when Joe does this, okay? Because Joe is going to become a consultant. All right, well then Sarah's going to share with 2 friends too, and you're going to get $100 for her sharing with 2 friends. And guys, this scenario is assuming that they're hitting consultant by sharing with those 2 friends, just as a disclaimer, okay? Which means each of those people has to be ordering at least 100 BD or more on their left and their right side. Most of you, I think, already know that, but if there's any questions on that, put them in the chat. All right, so now we're looking at $570. This is called You Share, They Share, all right? And it's Crystal Manager. And if you do this, as I said, within 60 days of getting started as an associate, you're going to get that $250 bonus. Hey, hey. Okay. All right. Let me make sure. Sorry. I wanted to make sure I didn't deviate off my notes because I made sure I wanted to cover everything on here. All right. So now you're looking at a total of $820. So like I said, here you go. This is how you're going to go ahead and make $820. Some people will do this in a week. Some people will do this in 30 days. Some people will do it right at the 60 days. But either way, $820, I can assure you, is not only going to pay for your products, but it's also going to probably pay for your second month, and or it's going to help you profit, right? So think about, what business can you invest $600 in and not only get a return on your investment, but start to profit within 30 to 60 days? None. Really. None. And I ask people that all the time. I was with a bunch of mom entrepreneurs this weekend, and just the amount of money that these women have tried to put into their business to make money blows my mind. Blows my mind to think that we have this amazing opportunity right here where not only are you putting the money in, but you're eating your overhead and then you're making it back. It's just absolutely amazing. We're so blessed. Okay. So now we've got, the next step is we're going to do You Share, They Share a couple more times. All right. So bear with me here as we make the ripple effect blow up. Boom, 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 boom. All right. We're now at 4 consultants. Boom, boom, 5, 6 consultants. Do you guys see how that works? So the green are the ones that you're going to personally introduce Isagenix to, and the blue are the ones that they're introducing Isagenix to. See how this works? All right. Well, guess what? Boom. $640 in product introductory bonuses because all those green people came in on value packs. All right. And all of them doubled because you're a go-getter and you did it all in the same week. Right? We like that. Well, then those 4 additional people that you introduced to Isagenix shared with 2 people, so you got another $400. Remember, you get $100 every time you help someone you've personally introduced go consultant. Sweet. All right, guess what this is? You shared with 6 people, and those 6 people shared with 2 people. That's Crystal Director. And when you do this in your first 120 days, cha-ching, $750, Crystal Director is your title. So guys, guess what? We're looking at $2,610. I don't know about you, but that looks like a massive profit to me, right? So there you go. You can show someone how they can make $2,600. I mean, some people aren't even making $2,600 in a month in their jobs. I mean, we hope they're making more, but many people are not. And some people only make $2,600 in 2 weeks in their jobs, and they've been doing that job for 15 to 25 years, right? This is to show you how quickly you can do that here. All right, and for the sake of the example, so this is our Crystal Director scenario. Now we're gonna go executive. Boom, 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 boom. All right, right now you've got 8 consultants, 9, 10. There you go, there you have it, 10 consultants, right? For another $640 because you got it, you're gonna enroll them all in value packs and you're a go-getter, so you got double PIB. And you had 4 more consultants come in, so that's another $400. You are now an executive. All right, so here's the thing. I showed you guys this model very balanced, but what I want you to know is that when you hit manager or director, it doesn't matter where your consultants are. So you could have for manager 2 on this side as long as you have 1 active person on the other side. It doesn't have to be a consultant on your left and a consultant on your right. A lot of people got that confused in the beginning because all of Isagenix examples showed 1 on the left and 1 on the right. You can have 2 consultants on the left side, and as long as someone is active with 100 volume going out the other side, you're fine. You're still a crystal manager, okay? Same with director. If you have all 6 on one side, as long as you have that 1 active over here, or if you have 4 on one side and 2 on the other, you're still a crystal director. It doesn't matter. The only time it matters is when you get to executive. Like this example here, you need to have 5 on each side that you've personally introduced Isagenix to, and each of them sharing with 2 people. Got it? And when you do this within your first 180 days, for those of you who are quick, that's 6 months, you are going to achieve the title of Crystal Executive and get a whopping bonus of $1,000 to bring you to a total of $4,050. Not too shabby, right? I mean, I think it's pretty awesome. And I know a lot of people love to see that all played out as to how you can actually get to executive. So number 1 challenge, fast track to executive, right? We want all of you to go find 10 people. They all know 2 people, guaranteed. 10 people know 2 people. And that is truly how you max out this compensation plan. You find 10 people and you encourage each of them to go find 2 accountability partners. Don't overcomplicate it. The more complicated you make it, the more complicated it's going to get. And the more stressed out you're going to get over that concept. I always remember I was sitting in a room in St. Thomas at ISA Derby, and Teddy, who lives out, I think she's in New Zealand or Australia, I can't remember where she is precisely, I always forget. She said, guys, this is how I blew up my business. I found 10 people and I told them all they couldn't get started unless they found 2 accountability partners, period. And guess what? She went executive, I think, in less than 2 weeks. So there you go. That's the solution for everybody. But in all seriousness, you really want to make sure that you aren't overcomplicating it and that you're casting that vision for people and at least showing them and exposing them to the opportunity more than just you share or you share, they share. All right. This is you share, they share, repeat over and over and over and over again. You want to show people more than just getting that $820. You want them to see that there's an opportunity for income way, way, way beyond that, okay? So here's the cool stuff. When you hit that leadership level of executive, which I know so many of you are on the cusp or close or getting right to it or you're gunning for it, okay? You're going to unlock the full potential of our compensation plan, which is going to give you 10% matching bonus that you earn on the residual income of the people that you personally help to get started. So remember how I was talking about Amanda Ham, my personally enrolled, who's a 6-star? She cycled 130 something times the other week. Guess what, guys? I got 13 extra cycles off that because I get 10% of anyone that I've personally introduced to Isagenix. It's a huge perk of being an executive. Huge, huge perk. That extra money is everything, everything. So that's another awesome reason why you want to get to executive. If you don't understand that, we can elaborate on it a little bit more later on in tonight's call. But I did want you all to know it's such an awesome benefit of being an executive is getting that 10% match just for the mere sake that you're getting that paid on cycle money, okay? Another cool thing is if you're pushing for rank advancements for your stars, 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, etc., that 10% matching bonus can also help you to rank advance. So, for example, with Amanda, thanks to her awesome cycles, I had those 13 extra cycles. Well, guess what? When you're paid as an executive, you can use those 13 extra cycles to help you. They're invisible, phantom cycles as we call them. They can help you get closer to your rank advancement. So if you have somebody in your personally enrolled line that's cycling 20 times a week, that's, 2 extra cycles if you're paid as executive, that's going to help you every single week to get closer and closer to your goal. All right. Okay. So make sure I'm covering everything here. Okay. So you're also going to qualify to earn money in the leadership pools, which is going to be based on the growth of you and or your team. So it's about how many people you show how to be successful in this business. And you also are going to have the highest payout available to you in the holiday bonus. So you can start to earn in the holiday bonus pools when you hit manager. However, you have the highest payout in those pools when you are paid as an executive. So as long as you're active in the holiday bonus pools, and I'll show you how to learn more about the holiday bonus pools in your back office, but you do, there's an even bigger perk when you're executive as far as the holiday bonus pools payout. All right. So, and they invest like hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars into the pool. I think the director pool alone, I'm going to talk about it, is 75,000, and then it just goes up and up and up from there. That's how much money they've invested in these pools. The leadership pools I'm talking about is why you want to really learn how to maximize them, and I'm going to expand upon that in a minute. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the formula for residual income, and that is E plus C equals R. So it's emotional plus consumable equals residual. And honestly, this is what sets Isagenix apart. It's why our products are so insanely important. So you want a product that's going to elicit an emotional response in the person that uses them, so much that they want to share with the people around them. Plus, you want it to be consumable. Another reason why Isagenix is just amazing, particularly one that's consumed daily and or consistently. There's a lot of stuff out there in the markets or in the industries that people don't have to order every 60, every 120, every 365 days. It's not something that they are dependent upon or relying upon. We depend upon food, right? So that's really, really, really key. As far as Isagenix goes, it becomes a staple in their lifestyle, and it's ultimately what's creating residual income for you. That's why our residual income is so strong with Isagenix compared to a lot of other companies where they just churn and burn. They have to constantly be recruiting customers. We still do that, but we get to have very high residual because our customers keep coming back. All right. Okay. And another cool thing is that just by consuming the products, everybody gets to accumulate what I call loyalty points. So whether you decide to share or not, you're going to accumulate loyalty points. So if and when you are ready to share, you can cash out on them, which is a really huge perk of Isagenix as well. Okay, what is a cycle? I want to talk about a cycle. People are like, what is a cycle? A bike? Women? I don't know. Cycles, right? So one cycle is when you've got 900 points or BV between your left and your right side, and the system is going to generate a cycle, which is about $54, and it's usually 11 or 10 cents. Of the 900 business volume, 600 must come from one side, and 300 is going to come from the other. And this is the powerful residual income that makes our compensation plan strong. If you talk to other people, $54 is really high on a residual payout. I was talking to someone in another company and it was like $15, so much lower. So we need to really understand how thankful we are for that, but also understand that it is really high. So we're going to take a look at what this actually looks like. So when you get Joe started on a value pack, let's say, and this is, guys, I'm just going to be honest, for the sake of this example, I made up numbers. So don't use this as the word of God or whatever it is, because this is not what it actually is. All right. So you have 300 BV, and to keep things simple, you're now going to have 300 BV on your other side when Sarah gets started with a value pack as well. All right. So now when Joe shares with a couple of friends, they're going to order product, and the same with Sarah. She's going to have 2 friends order. Okay. So the system is automatically going to calculate the total volume that's accumulated on the left and the right. So in this scenario, you're going to have 600 BV on your left, and you're going to have 500 BV on your right. Everybody follow? Cool? Good. Thumbs up. All right. Okay. So what they're going to do is they're going to withdraw 600 from your major volume leg. Everyone's different. Okay. Everyone is different as far as what your major or your minor volume legs are. And you're going to see right here, boom, gone. That 600 BV is gone. And then they're going to withdraw 300 from the other side. Okay. Whatever is your minor volume. Okay. And so that's going to leave you a 0 and 200 BV. Got it? Good. Okay. So that volume never flushes. That was what I was talking about earlier, is our volume doesn't flush. Just because you didn't use it doesn't mean you're going to lose it. All right. So another thing that I want to talk about is different terms and names for your legs. This comes up all the time. All right. So it doesn't matter which is your left or your right, but we use these words synonymously. So major volume, power leg, team leg, those are all words that are used for the same side of your business, okay? Minor volume, inside, focus, those are all going to be used for the same side of your business center. People get so caught up in that, but just understand that those are representative of the same sides of your business, and it doesn't matter what you call them, they're all the same thing. Okay, so I want to be super, super clear that this is not multi-level marketing. I already mentioned it to you guys earlier, but there's no levels, there's unlimited depth. No matter where someone gets enrolled in your organization or whether you're the one that enrolled them or someone else, all the volume of all those orders that gets placed is worth the exact same amount to you. That's huge. So the way that I describe it to people, and feel free to adopt this, go for it, is I describe it as a flock of geese, okay? So they just keep tacking on and on and on and on the end. And guys, when someone tried to explain this to me, I was like, I don't understand. Like, why are all these people in my business center? I keep going in there and I see people, I don't know who they are. When someone finally was able to explain it to me, I'm like, it's like a flock of geese. That's what I said. And now it all makes sense. Everybody just keeps getting tacked on to the end. It doesn't matter who enrolled them. It's just they go to the next available position in the migration formation. Okay. So hopefully that simplifies it for you, because for me, I was like, woo, I was so excited when someone explained it and I had that revelation. I tell people just go ahead and use that example because it makes sense. Also, if someone in your organization makes more money than you, as I said, or earns a higher compensation, you never lose out on their production. There's no breakaways, no compressions. Okay. And the cool thing is that your cycles add up. So your first goal is going to be to earn $54 a week residually. Woohoo. If you have earned one cycle ever, comment in the box. We want to celebrate you, because this is all about celebrating achievements and maximizing this compensation plan. Go for it. I want to see more and more. If you cycled one time, let's hear it. Okay. Your next goal is going to be to hit 5 cycles in a week. And when you do, there is an additional bonus. Okay. And that is going to be, it's going to be a $500 bonus. Now, the first time you hit a bonus, you're going to get half of it. And the second time, you're going to get the other half. And I always have to make sure I let people know that, because a lot of people see the $500 and they feel, oh my gosh, I didn't get it. It's split up. So it's actually better, because then it gets you even more excited the second time that you still get a bonus and you're not missing out. Okay. The first time you hit 5 cycles, and you are paid as a consultant the week prior and the week of, you're going to get the $250. Okay. When you hit it the second time, you're going to get the other $250, totaling the $500. All right. The first time you hit 10 cycles, okay, which we call 1-star, and you're paid as manager the week prior and the week of. Note, guys, manager, paid the week before and the week of, you're going to get $500. And the second time you hit it, you're going to get another $500, which is going to total $1,000. All right. The first time you hit 20 cycles and you're paid as director the week prior and the week of, you'll earn $1,000. And the second time you hit it, another $1,000, totaling $2,000. Whoop, whoop. I don't know about y'all, but that's pretty awesome. All right. And then when you hit 40 cycles a week for the first time and you are paid as an executive the week prior and the week of, you will get a $1,500 bonus and another $1,500 a second time, for a total of $3,000 whopping dollars. All right. I'm going to move on from this, but we can always come back. So here's the power of cycles. When you start cycling between 10 and 19 times in a week, you're earning about $540 to $1,026 per week, which is about $28,000 to $53,000 per year. And you can kind of see all the examples here. What I love to look at is somebody that's going to be cycling 250 times or more a week. That's called maxing out in Isogenics. It means you're making $13,500 a week or more. And that's $702,000 a year. Hey, I don't know about you, but that's exciting. Okay. Plus, remember, you guys, you can earn up to $13,500 additionally in that 10% executive match that I talked about earlier. So that's a grand total of $7,000 per week. And yeah, I think enough said. It's a lot of money. That's $1.4 million a year. Okay. Once you max out your business center, you'll have a lot more people in your business center than this. I'm going to show you an example in a second, but I just want to note the difference between silver circle and golden circle. People ask me that too. Silver circle is for anyone that's hit any of these cycle amounts, but they're paid as a consultant, manager, or director, okay? It's still absolutely amazing, okay? This is all about making residual income. You're still making residual income, right? Those who are executives are going to be the golden circle. So that's the difference between the two different titles. It just means one's an executive and one isn't. Okay. All right, so for the sake of this example, imagine you're cycling 250 times per week and the company allows you to take a reentry position. Hey, hey. All right, so on top of your maxed out position, it's gonna make it so much easier to now cycle in your new position because all you need to do is build one leg. So here we go. Wow, right? Look at that. It's like half the work. Okay, people get so excited when they see this. So there's gonna be 300 BV that's generated on the reentry leg. You now cycle in your reentry leg, okay? Because it's carrying the 600 on your other side, which is awesome. So it just collapses the current center you have into one side, and you only have to build out one of those legs, which is extremely powerful. When you're cycling in your primary max out position, you can have unlimited amounts of re-entry positions. All right, so let's do a quick overview of what's actually on the table here. There's $10,500 in front-end bonuses, up to $13,500 per week in residual per business center, up to $13,500 per week in executive match per business center, and we have unlimited re-entry positions. Wow, pretty awesome. I don't know about you, but I love it. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to shift into some reports and stuff, but I'm going to unshare my screen. Hold on one second. And look at the comments and see what we've got going on here before I move into, I'm going to dive in a little bit into the back office, show you guys where to find some of this information so that you can drink from the fire hose even more, dissect some of the information, and then I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about leadership pools so you have a little bit more clarity on how to read those reports, what it looks like for you, and what you've got coming to you. So let me go over here and see. If anyone has questions that got pushed up, go ahead and drop them or copy paste them down below so that I can answer them. Yes, Liza, that is what ghost cycles are. People talk about ghost cycles. So ghost cycles are going to be that executive match when you are paid as an executive that you're getting on your first line consultants. You're going to be getting 10% of them, and you can use that. So for example, when I went to Rank Advance for 6-star, I'm all about transparency. I'm going to put it out there for you guys so you all know. I had organically on the screen 123 cycles, okay? With my ghost cycles, which is going to be that executive match, I had another 23 cycles. Unbelievable. So that means the people on my front line, there are 230 cycles on my front line, giving me 23 cycles. So you're wondering, Renee, there's a gap there, right? That's only 146, 156 star. But I had enrolled a business builder pack, 2 premium packs, and a 30-day as well. And one of the awesome things about our compensation plan is there is a really cool formula that you can use that we can drop into the box here. So if anyone's curious, you're creeping on 1 star, you might want to check this out. For packs that you personally enroll, okay, and this is for anyone. You don't have to be an executive for this to qualify for you. You actually can use this formula to be able to use them to help get you extra cycles and matching. You're not going to get paid on them, but they are going to help you so that you can get closer to those milestones, all right? So somebody can definitely drop that formula in. I don't have it off. I think it's whatever the PIB is for that pack. So if you have a value pack, it's 80, right? It's going to be times, oh gosh, am I getting it wrong? 54 divided by the number of packs that you have. That's what you're going to get for your matching. So if you had 2 value packs, I think it's like 2 and some change extra cycles, which is awesome. So if you're gunning for a rank advancement and you want to learn more about that, get back with Deanna, myself, Lauren, Aaron, and we can really help you guys to better understand that formula and make sure that you guys are working it to your advantage to help you achieve your 1-star, 2-star, 3-star goals, okay? Okay, so let me look over here and see. Yes, thank you, Deanna. That's awesome. At a Super Saturday with Trudy, she mentioned that if you haven't already, add your spouse and have him share, but only build the first business center until it's maxed out. Don't try and build at the same time as yours. There's lots of different strategies on this. There's no right or wrong. I will say that if you do have a significant other or a spouse, I would most definitely get them a position in your tree ASAP. Ideally, you want them on your inside leg. If you can do that, minor volume, inside, focus, whatever you call it. The higher in your tree, the better, because anyone that comes in after them, they're going to get the volume for that person. So it makes it that much easier to build them out when you decide to go to that position. I will tell you that there's lots of different philosophies on when the right time is to build a spouse. But again, I would really work with your mentor, your coach, your upline to figure out when that's going to be right for you. It's different for everyone. It depends on how quickly you're building. It depends on the people that you've got in your business center. So really just know that it's not a hard, like, only do it when you've maxed out your primary center. I know a lot of people that waited till they maxed out their primary center and it actually didn't work so well for them. So again, there's lots of different ways that you can go about doing that. People also ask me, where should you enroll people? Do I put them on my left? Do I put them on my right? There are lots of different philosophies about this within Isagenix. There is no right or wrong. And it really also depends on you, your work ethic, your business center, where you are in your business center. You might have been a product user for 2 years before you decided that you wanted to share. You might have a whole bunch of business volume banked on one side of your business. Or you might come in and you might not have any business volume, okay? So just to be very clear, we all still build 2 legs. That's why it's so important to make sure that you're contributing to that side, that major volume team leg side, because you have to in order to stay executive. And I will tell you that I have 5 consultants at all times on that side of my business center, even though I have one side of my business center that is blown out, meaning I always have bank volume there. Okay, so I still had to contribute to that, and you should still too. And that's why I tell everybody that we build 2 legs no matter where you are in your business center. And nobody is in a better place than somebody else, because some of the most successful people in this business who are even on tonight built 2 legs on their own. Woohoo! Yes, you're looking at them. Deanna, myself, Rachel, I don't know if you have or not, but I know Lauren has. So, and some of the people that are most successful in Isagenix, like I said, they built 2 legs, Rach too, with no help from an upline, no volume coming in. So just know that this is about you, your business, and nobody else's. All right. Thank you, Deanna, for putting that example in the chat notes there. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, my heater just turned on. I feel like I'm like having hot flashes up in this joint. Okay, so I am going to quickly show you guys some stuff in the back office. I'm in my back office, so just hold on 1 second and I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Let me move these pretty little faces out of the way. All right, hopefully you all can see this here. So if you go into your back office and you go to the contests and promotions tab right here, and you click on it, it's going to pull up this pretty little section. And if you haven't checked this out already, if you haven't dissected it, dive in, because there's so much awesome stuff here. And, if you don't realize all these promotions and these different contests that Isagenix is running, you're missing out, because this is like this is 3/4 of the fun, right? Right now, we've got the Influencer Summit coming up that just ended the qualification period for that. And then we've got the Step Up to 2-Star training event that's going to be happening in the spring. Most of you guys, if not all of you, are eligible for this. So get to executive, crush 20 cycles, and be there. You don't want to miss out on this Step Up to 2-Star. It's for those brand new 2-Stars. And it'll be an awesome opportunity to connect with people. Events like this is how I met Lauren. you know? And how I met some of my best friends in Isogenics that I'm not financially connected to was we all were starting off in our businesses. We achieved a milestone and we got to one of these events. And, you know, make sure that you leverage those amazing opportunities that we have to learn and to grow, because I can tell you that it is made me the person that I am in this business today. Championship challenge, double your product flyer. This is a great place to send people if they want to know. Make sure you're empowering them instead of enabling them. Don't just give them everything that they want. Show them where they can find it so that when someone asks them, they can show them where to find it. Registering for IsoBody Challenge. This is all about the Team Builders Club that I talked about, enrolling your first 5. Your rank advancement bonuses are all going to be in here. And then your holiday bonus pool and your leadership pools are going to be in here. So this is where I want to go next. I want to talk to you guys. I better get my tail moving over here. I'm lacking on a consultant over here on my team leg. So I want to go over the pools very briefly, and then you guys can post up some questions if you have them. This is where a lot of people get uncertain or have questions. The first pool we're going to talk about is going to be the director's pool, because I know so many of you are either gunning for director and or are playing in this pool now. There's $75,000 in this pool. You can earn up to $1,000 a month in this pool. Just so you know, people ask me that all the time. And you can only be in this pool for 3 months, all right? That's what I'm going to talk about, that pool. How do you qualify for this pool? I'm going to show you in just a second. But more importantly, what I want you to know is that if you have questions about this pool, this is exactly where you go to find out information about this pool. And you can also click on Director Pool Details, which is right here, and see where you stand in this pool. Now, real quick, once you promote to executive, you are no longer eligible in the director's pool to make any money. So for me to open up this report would be completely pointless right now, because I'm not eligible for the director pool anymore, and so it would just look all wonky. But just know, once you promote to an executive, you can no longer play in that pool, all right? So let me stop my sharing, switch screens. Okay, so here we go. This is the director's pool. And this is the flyer that all of you are going to see when you click on the director's pool. And don't freak out about the contest period. I've been with Isogenics for over 4 years. They just keep extending it. I mean, you can see it, I think it started back in 2013. So it's been going on a really long time. So here's some cool stuff. And this is what I really want to focus on right now, is how do you make money in these pools? So the way it works is each week you're going to be cycling, right? Whether you cycle 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, whatever it is, you're going to be cycling, because that's the volume that's going to be flowing through your business center. And when you're a director, you've got a lot of people ordering. So you are going to cycle at least 1 to 2 times a week based on those orders. So what happens is they do a look back of 4 weeks prior of how many times you cycled each week. And then they divide it by however many weeks that is, like 4 weeks. And they give you a benchmark, okay? So let's say you cycled 2 times, 4 weeks in a row. Guess what? The math is simple. Your benchmark is 2. For this example, the benchmark is 5, and that's what you're going to see here, okay? But what you're also going to see here in this example is what you did in your current month. So the benchmark is what you did last month, but the personal cycles is what you're doing this month, okay? And there is a calendar of when the pool months start, okay? So every month they start over, the pools do. And you just want to make sure you know the beginning and end of those pool months. And that report that you're going to pull up in your back office will show you exactly when they start and when they finish. It'll show you what your personal benchmark is, okay? And it'll show you what your personal cycles are going to be every single week as they go on through that pool month. So in this scenario, you can see that every single week this individual was over their benchmark. So over the course of the 4 weeks of that pool month, they were 7 over. So they got what we call 7 shares in the director's pool, all right? So they can earn up to $1,000. The share amount for the director's pool is not disclosed. It's typically based on how many people are in the pool, but just know that you can get up to $1,000. And the more shares you have, the better it is for you in that pool. So that's, just so you know, director pool is all based on your personal cycle growth, which is based on obviously the sharing and the volume of the business of your business center. All right. So I think that's all that I'm really going to share. There's lots of questions down here. They talk about, the details, and then you're going to have your calendar right there as well for the director's pool. Okay. Next up, I am going to show you guys a real example of a dear friend of mine who crushed the executive pool last month. So hold on one second. I'm opening them right now as we speak so you all can see them. I cut out her name to protect the innocent. Just kidding. Okay. All right, so I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see it. So this is what your, can everybody see that? You look okay? I know it's a little small, so if you need to put on your glasses, I'm legally blind, so I completely get it. Okay, so this is going to be the executive pool. This individual is actually in the executive 2-star to 3-star pool, okay? As far as for the executive, what we call executive 1-star pool, just know you can play in that pool for 6 months and you can earn up to $5,000 a month in that pool. The shares in the executive 1-star pool are the highest out of any pool there is in Isogenics. So if you can manipulate, work with your upline so that you can really maximize that that leadership pool for the executive 1-star and stay in it as long as you can for those 6 months and really make sure that you're staying within your benchmark. That's awesome. If you can't and your business is rapidly growing, let's be real, that's still awesome. Okay. So here you can see once you hit executive, everything changes. So it's no longer going to be like that 4-week look back. It's going to be, you can see here, there's 13-week look back. So what they're doing is they're taking a look. And this is just so you guys know in the 2 to 3-star pool. Okay, 1-star pool is still going to be based on just your personal cycles. Okay, just like the director's pool was, and that's really what's going to determine how many shares you have in that pool. When you move to the 2 to 3-star pool and then the 4 to 6-star pool, your shares are not going to be based solely on your personal cycles. It's actually your personal cycles are going to be what actually get you into the pool. And then how you make money in the pool is going to be based on the growth of your 4 PET. So we talked about your PET. So here I'm going to show you guys exactly what that looks like. And if you're lost, don't stress out. All right. This is recorded. You can come back to it or you can get back with any of us to go over these details so that you have more clarity on it, because it took me months before I understood this. Some of you are numbers people, so you might get this right away, and some of you might already understand it, or maybe you're missing one piece. So you can see here it's a 13-week look back on these are your personal cycles, okay? So this individual, just so you know, her benchmark for her personal cycles is going to be 25, all right? And that was based on 13 weeks of cycles. They averaged it out, and that was 25 is her benchmark, okay? So when you jump down right here, see my pointer, her benchmark is 25, all right? So this is what she actually did. This was a 5-week month. 5-week months are not necessarily always so fun, but it'll give you an opportunity to make some more money. So you can see here, over the course of the 5 weeks, she had growth every single week. Now, in the 2 to 3-star pool, so you need to be over at least 10 total down here for the month in order to qualify, okay? In order to qualify. So it doesn't matter what happens in your 4 PET at all if you don't have 10 or more cumulatively for the entire month. You can have a negative in here, it's okay, but the bottom line is you have to be over 10 in the 2 to 3-star pool in order to qualify, all right? So I always tell people, you really don't want to be over a tremendous amount, because then next month it's going to jack up your benchmark even more. But again, you can only control your business center growth so much. So here's where it gets really juicy in the 2 to 3-star pool. And this is why I wanted to jump to this, because a lot of people don't understand this. And many of you guys are creeping on, that 2-star, 3-star range, because you've been building really quickly and you're getting closer and closer to executive. Some people might hit 2 to 3-star before executive. So the way this works is they're going to calculate the number of cycles of all of the people between you and that 4 PET, okay? And ultimately, you're going to get a benchmark, which is going to be, in this case, she had 36. So this is all the cycles within her 4 PET for weeks prior. And then they're going to also document your growth. So you can see that this is where she actually was every single week in that month. So look at the growth she had. She had 231 cycles of growth in that month. And she got paid on those. So I believe it's somewhere along the lines of $16 or maybe $18 a share. So as you can imagine, she had quite a hefty $4,000 or so paycheck just from the pools alone. All right, and then the other visual I'm going to show you is this is actually what's going to show you. So you can see each week which pools she qualified in and if she was in those pools, and then the formula they use. So she had the 231 cycle growth from her 4 PET divided by there's 5 weeks in that month times the 5 weeks she qualified. So when it says qualified, it means that she was paid as a 2 or 3 star for 5 of the weeks. So let's say there's 1 week where you drop down and maybe you only cycled 12 times. Well, she would only be able to have this as a 4 here. So it would be one of the multipliers in this formula would change. So the number of qualified shares would change too. So those are the different variables that impact how much money you can make in the leadership pools. That was really in depth. It was really juicy. It was probably super intense for some of you and way over your head, but that's okay. Because as time goes on, you will understand this more and more. All right, so I'm going to stop that share now that I've confused you all. What is 4 PET? So 4 PET is going to be, so if I share with Deanna, Deanna's my 1 PET. If Deanna shares with Lauren, that's her 2 PET. If Lauren shares with Rach, that's 3 PET. And Rach shares with Aaron, that's 4 PET. Okay, so that is what 4 PET means. All right. Lauren jumped off. Okay, no problem. Let's see. Questions. I made money in the pools because Renee taught me how to understand. Yeah, I probably just confused you all though. Okay, so that's a little bit about the leadership pools. I know we're creeping on the hour and you guys are probably ready to go to bed or get into action and get on the phone and start crunching numbers and take a look at your own business centers, see where you're at. But before we wrap up tonight, I want to make sure that we don't have any unanswered questions in regards to the comp plan, rank advancement bonuses, residual income, explaining the compensation plan, or any basic leadership pool questions. Does anyone have anything? If so, drop it below. If not, I failed to come up with your homework for tonight. So I'm going to give you one thing. It's been a little crazy. I'm going to give you one thing, and then I'm going to post the rest of the homework up on the page so that everybody has it, whether you're on or not tonight. But the first thing is I want you to find 2 people to practice sharing the compensation plan with them this week, okay? I challenge you all to pull the script and try to memorize it if you don't already know it. For anybody that does record themselves doing it, okay, if you record yourselves doing it and post it on the page without cheating, I will send you a prize for my personal stash, okay? So if you record it and post it that you've memorized the you share, they share compensation plan in a video on the Fast Track page, I will send you something special from my stash here in my office, and it will be related to your business growth. All right, so that's one of my challenges to you. But the other challenge, really, the homework, is to go ahead and try to share this with 2 people this week, whether they're interested or not, just so that you get more and more versed and more experience in explaining the compensation plan. So I think that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you learned something.
Renee, so good. I just want to, it's a little loud here, but I just want to tell you, you're always the best. We love hearing you share the comp plan, and we just want to thank you because that was so good. So good. And
awesome.
Yeah,
all right, well,
guys,
get into action. Start talking about the opportunity. Start showing people how they can make money, because if you're not, you're cheating them out of this amazing opportunity and yourself from getting closer and closer to hitting that goal of fast tracking to executive. So anyway, we will see you guys on next week for our 10th week, or is 11th week, 10th week? I don't know. It doesn't matter.
I don't know. Yeah, I was gonna ask the same thing. What week are we?
I think Lauren said 9 or 10. I don't know. Aaron, do you want to wrap it up?
Well, yeah, I mean, I just want to thank you, Renee, for really going through that, because a lot of us, we miss how big of an opportunity we have. But I also want to just simplify it for everybody. Just help develop leaders. And the key here is to go manager, develop a manager. Go manager, develop a manager. If you just do the simple things, right, and just help people to get healthy and help people just to share this thing organically, your business will grow. If you focus on just chasing the money, chasing the cycles, chasing the leadership pools, all that stuff, what you'll end up doing is getting stressed out. And, trust me, I've been down that route and it doesn't always work. So, develop leaders, help them to get paid, and help them to achieve their goals. So go manager, yep, you +2, them +2, and help them do the same thing and do it again and do it again and do it again. And what will happen is you'll build that depth so that it's not so shallow. And, just remember that you are the leader of your own business and your own group, and just provide that environment for those to grow. And so, all the things in the comp plan are so awesome, and they just happen because you just help others develop. So continue to do that. Continue to rock on. You guys are all fantastic. And go ahead and have a fantastic week. Let's do it, guys.
Awesome. Bye, guys.
Awesome. Take care, y'all.